my 2 cents worth in on this. It's very hard to disagree with either Sandra or Dennis about some of the points that they're making. In terms of creating the best club climate, I do have a couple of other points that you'll see on here. I've written in a couple of the notes here. I think it's very important that we try to do things that's a little bit above and beyond. It's hard. We all have a life. There are a few people who have Toastmaster as their life. It's very difficult to talk to those people sometimes because that's all they know and that's all they do. They don't have a life outside of Toastmasters. But most of us are employed, or at least employable, and we have a life, we have family, we have other things that we get involved in doing. But for the most of us, the reason we originally joined Toastmasters is because we recognize 2 things. First of all, we have a problem and we need help fix that problem. And usually we are our worst enemy when it comes to finding out what a problem is having the attitude or the gumption, if you will, to step up to the plate and say, hey, you know, I'm going to have to be giving a speech someplace and I don't know how to do this, or I have to go run a meeting and I have no idea what an agenda is or how that works. And number 2 is you step forward and put yourself in harm's way and stand in front of a group of people like us who are all very positive and very supportive because we've all been there, in order to expose yourself and get yourself to become a better speaker. So with those underlying thoughts and principles of why people get into it, once we get here, there's a whole bunch of ways that you can do things. If you look around the room in the club here, we have a number of authors here, we have a number of public speakers here, we have a few people in this club who actually make their living coaching and teaching, speaking, improving, helping people improve things. If you can just stay in the club long enough to get your CC and get into some of the advanced manuals, you will start to understand where Toastmasters can take you. And I'm talking about reaching out for horizons that are beyond your wildest imagination. And I'm one of those people who did this. I used to be a club member out in Arizona, had my head down. I didn't know anything about the area, just like Dennis didn't have a clue. I didn't know division, I didn't know district, I didn't want to know. I'm trying to take care of club stuff. That's all I wanted to hear. But once I got exposed to the district and the areas and the divisions and figured out how things work and started meeting some of these interesting people that are the best speakers in the state when you go to these spring conferences like coming up this weekend, you develop a different perspective. And in my case, I was personally able to combine my hobby of winemaking and grape growing with my speaking skills in Toastmasters. I ended up publishing a book. Cruise ships hire me and give me a free cruise to come out and talk about this stuff. We sell our books on board. We're listed in their gift shop as an item, a SKU number. It has taken me around the world, literally, to eat and drink with other people that I never ever have a chance to meet. And no matter what I do for Toastmasters, I can never ever do enough to thank Toastmasters for expanding my horizons, showing me what you can do with Toastmasters.